Recently, the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife added 927 acres to the Kentucky River Wildlife Management Area, located in Henry and Owen counties. And the most recent addition is known as the Boone Tract, and it includes 4 public lakes, including newly named Benjy Kinman Lake, which was dedicated in honor of a man who spent 38 years serving sportsmen and women in Kentucky. Congratulations, Benjy Kinman.
Thank you.
Everybody in the state of Kentucky who's an outdoorsman or woman knows who you are. You've been here for 30-some years. People love you. I mean, from the professional fishermen to the guys who commercial fish, you were a reasonable guy with them. And I want to congratulate you on having this fine piece of property named after you. Man, I'm telling you what, this is beautiful.
This is. It's picturesque. And I wasn't expecting this at the end of my career, but I accept it.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. What is it about Fish and Wildlife that keeps people there and makes them stay there for 25+ years?
Well, I think most people that work for the department have the passion for the outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you came to work and it wasn't really work.
Right.
I mean, there is a work component of it, but you know at the end of the day, your work translates to something for someone else's play. Mm-hmm. And when you get off, you can go play too.
You know what, looking back on 30-some years of a career, what would you say is the high point of Benjy Kinman's, something you're going to look at 20 years from now and say, man, that was a good day?
The filling of Cedar Creek Lake in Lincoln County was the most memorable event I had Fish and Wildlife. I was a manager over what we were going to do when we built the lake, but I was there pretty much 24/7 for about 4 years. And that project come to fruition. It's got an excellent trophy bass lake right now. And it's really the only trophy bass lake we got in the state of Kentucky.
A lot of happy fishermen over in that area of the state right there.
It is.
I want to thank you for 30-some years of service, being a friend, being a boss, being a good leader, and well-deserved.
Don't go away. We'll still fish.
I ain't going.
All right.
Hey,
thank you.
Being that this is named after you, can I go fishing now?
I'm going to close it.
Wait a minute. Boy, I brought my kayak. Stephen Boone, this used to be your lake.
That's
correct.
True. I built this lake.
And this is a beautiful, about 100-acre lake with timber in it, and it is chock full of nice fish. One of the most beautiful areas I've ever seen.
A guy can't go out and fish in this lake 6 hours without catching, a few fish over 5 pounds.
We just happened to bring our boat to the dedication today. This lake is suited only for trolling motors. No big motors. Kayaks, canoes are absolutely perfect. But I put on a 7.5-inch culprit plastic worm with a little bullet weight. You know what? That's my 2 go-to rigs. If they're not hitting a fly rod, I'll go to the purple worm. I might have a decent fish, Bama. That's weird. It's a huge, huge, huge fish. That might be one of the biggest fish I ever caught now. I'm gonna try not to lose him. It's the biggest bass I've ever caught in my life. Don't you dare get off of there. Don't you dare get off. He's barely hooked. Don't you dare get off of there. Oh. What's a huge bass? I'm talking right now, but I'm also shaking. Well, I tell you what, the bite's been slow. There hadn't been much going on. I've tried to popper, I've tried the old fly rod, and nada. Getting little pecks from bluegills on the worm, lost a jig. And this guy right here is about a 24 and a half, 20. It's a long bass and it's a heavy. The looks are deceiving, but that is one of the heaviest, biggest bass I have ever caught in my life. That is a huge, monstrous fish. And he hit like a little old bluegill. I was almost sure that it was a little bitty old bluegill. That's something, that's a wall hanger right there. That may be, no kidding, an 8-pound fish. It's a long fish and a heavy fish. Whew. Okay. Wow. This was an appropriate day to thank Benjy Kinman for his years of service to the department. So technically, if this is Lake Benjy Kinman, that was Benjy Kinman's bass, which I put back, Benjy, in honor of you, for so other people can enjoy themselves.